Jai Gurudev student and good morning. Today student will read about names and formulae of some common chemical compound. So we will read about their common name, chemical name, then chemical formula. For example, alum. Commonly we call that one fitkiri. So alum is ammonium aluminium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate NH4 twice SO4, aluminum sulfate Al2SO4 thrice, and then 24 molecules of water of crystallization. Similarly, in the next one is your caustic soda. It is sodium hydroxide. Formula is NaOH. Another one student you might have known, the caustic potash. It is potassium hydroxide. So some compounds we have taken. So next one is your carbolic acid. It is called phenol. Formula is C6H5OH. Then next common compound is your sugar. Sucrose, SUCROS, sucrose. Formula is C12H22O11. Now you might have known that common salt is your NaCl. That is why I have not written that one. Then we have tear gas. Tear gas, you might have heard the tear gas. So this is chloropicrin, CCl3NO2. Next one is your laughing gas. It is nitrous oxide, N2O. So all these things you have to note down clearly, whatever there I have given some names. You can increase the number of names also of your choice. Clear? Next one is formalin. It is made of formaldehyde. So 40% formaldehyde and 60% water makes your formalin, and its formula is HCHO, formaldehyde 1 carbon. Then we have green vitriol, ferrous sulfate, FeSO4.7 water. We have student blue vitriol also there, this USO4.5 water. White vitriol is there, ZnSO4.10 water. So some of the common that I have taken. Then we will take some numerical prefixes. This also you might have known. Hemi means half, mono means 1, di 2, tri 3, tetra 4, 5, 6, 7, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nona, deca. Deca means 10. Then undeca means 11. Then dodeca means 12. Then trideca means 13. Tetradeca is 14. Pentadeca 15. Hexadeca 16. Heptadeca 17. Octadeca 18. Nonadeca 19. Then icosa is your 20. So these things you require to know, and these things are very much required when you will do the organic chemistry, especially in the IUPAC nomenclature. So these are the some terms. Then in the next page we are taking some topic from the book itself. So first of all, we have defined chemistry. Chemistry is the study of atoms and molecules. Out of that, student, we have to learn more terms. One is your solid, liquid, gas. So solid is something the particles are closely packed. Liquid is something there is some space between the particle. The space is in between solid state and gaseous state. Gaseous particles are like that. Lots of gaps in the gaseous particles. So solid, for example, if I take ice, on heating it become liquid water, and liquid on heating it become gas. Opposite side, gas on cooling gives you the liquid, liquid on cooling gives you the solid. Okay, so more difference are there. In solid we have highest interparticle force of attraction, and in liquid lowest interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle space in solid is lowest, in gas interparticle space is more. Now there are one special property of liquid and gas which is not present in solid, is that both liquid and gas possess a property to flow. Means both are behaves as fluid. That is why this flow property is absent in solid. Another point, student, I want to tell you that flow property though we have learned. So in compressibility properties, solid and liquid you cannot compress, but gas can be compressed easily. Other main special property is that solid having definite shape and volume, liquid volume is definite but shape is not definite. Means if you take in a beaker, it takes the shape of that beaker. If you take in measuring cylinder, it takes the measuring cylinder. If you take in conical flux, it takes the shape of conical flux. But the volume remains same. In case of gas, both volume and shape is not fixed. It takes different shapes in different all these things. Now, student, one more point that you want to read, that is your pure substance. All these things you have read in class 9 also. Pure substance means a single substance or matter which cannot be separated into other kind of matter by any physical process. The pure substance, for example, water. Water means if you take the distilled water, in that case that become pure. So it cannot be separated by physical process. We know that to separate water into hydrogen oxygen requires some chemical process. So physical process you cannot separate. Now pure substance is divided into element and compound. Clear? The element, the simplest form of substance which can neither be broken into nor build up from simpler substances. So there are 118 elements in the periodic table. From hydrogen you count hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. So in total there are 118 elements. Now these elements divided into three categories. One is your metal, non-metal and metalloids. So metal remains in the extreme left of the periodic table. For example, metal possesses 1, 2, 3 electron, 1, 2, 3 valence electron. Means in metal the 1, 2, 3 valence electron, the outermost shell 1, 2, 3 electron. For example, if you consider sodium, its electronic configuration 281. So since it possesses 1 electron in the outermost shell, it is metal. Magnesium 282, 2 electron in the outermost shell, it is metal. Aluminium 283. So non-metals which possesses 4, 5, 6 electron in the outermost shell, and metalloids is a special case, that is in between metal and non-metal. So metalloids you can consider the silicon, arsenic, they will placed in between metal and non-metal. So next in pure substance we have compound. Compound actually made of two or more element. When combined together they form compound. So compound, we will read compound may be inorganic compound, maybe your organic compound. So inorganic compound, for example, if I take NaCl, there is plus minus charge will generate between them. So one part is from metal, another part from non-metal. That makes your inorganic compound. Organic compound is your elements combined in covalent bonding. This is what C6H6 student. Last year we have read. This is your one of the famous compound. This is benzene. So organic means basically the compounds of carbon and hydrogen or carbon with nitrogen, oxygen. These are the organic compound. And inorganic compound, remember, metal part is there, non-metal part is there. So this is actually, these things more details in class 10 we have read. This is due to formation of ionic bond, there is formation of covalent. So we'll read all these things later also. Now another term we are taking, this is called your mixture. So mixture is what? When you mix two things, this is called mixture. Now mixing two things means what? If I mix salt and water, this is also mixture. If I add sand to water, this is also mixture. But this mixture is homogeneous. Now if you have a cup of salt water, or you can take sugar in it, that will be better. Now if you have cup of saline water, the taste that you get in the bottom, same taste you get anywhere in the cup. Means what? The number of salt particles and number of water particles, the ratio between them remains same throughout the solution. So another term we will use for that one, this is called uniform. So where the composition is uniform throughout, this is called homogeneous. Now heterogeneous is sand and water heterogeneous. Now if you have mix, want to mix, this will not going to mix actually. Sand will settle down, then in above will get the water. So ratio is not uniform, so you can sell that non-uniform. Uniform means the students are in school uniform and students are going to a party, this is non-uniform. You can have the choice of which dress you want to wear or not. So this is what we have learned, and in next class we will continue from this point. So student, you remember that these are the basic things that we are going to read. Now for your query, student, you can ask whatever you want to know, and this is what we have for today. Thank you.